I could tell you about a quitting story. And he who feels it knows it. So we had this business, thriving business, tons of money. But oh Lord, the HR situation in there, I couldn't do it. It was 25 personalities, and these were female personalities. And my husband at that time, first, he helped me with it, and then we had it up and going, and then of course he went back to what he was doing, and so it was me. I mean, I had managers who would just, when I walk in, they have their foot up eating breakfast with the tuna in the front of the shop, and it was a retail shop, and the staff, they're telling them about their weekend, and I'm like, you're the manager, come on. Also too, when something is yours, and I think that a lot of people don't get it, especially when you got it out the mud, when you had to fight for it, you take everything personal, because it is personal.
I have a few quitting stories. It's a running joke, I think, for those that know me. While I'm not a quitter in certain areas, when it comes to a 9 to 5, I think I stay with a resignation letter on my desktop. It's what it is.
I don't believe that women quit. I believe women transition into seasons. Women leave one relationship to start another relationship. So I don't think it's quitting. I think it's closing chapters and moving on to another chapter, or closing a book and starting a new book of our lives.
Maybe the concept of quitting guides me a lot now, like it guides me daily, weekly as you go on. And it took a while for me to get there, right? Simply because there are certain situations that your gut will tell you are not right for you. There are certain situations that your gut will say, this just is not it. When you're in the presence of certain people, your gut will tell you, you have that uncomfortable feeling, there's a tightness, whatever else. I would say, let your gut be your quitting guide. And so if it doesn't feel right, I quit it, right? I can't force a relationship, a friendship, a job, and anything.
This is my first job returning home. And so I already was, I think, in a place of, I don't even want to be here. So I had this new job, and I just had these high expectations that this would be why I had to return home. High hopes that led to a lot of disappointment. There was a shift in management, a shift in what was originally the scope of work and the expectations. And I remember sitting in the meeting, and as they're, explaining all of the changes, I was like, nah, this ain't for me. And as they're talking, I was printing out my resignation letter. By the time the meeting was done, I just was like, here, like, this is my letter, I'm done.
It was literally destroying me. I had no life, I was tired, my calves hurt. I had to quit. And that was hard, but I had to. That was something that it was either me or that. And I chose me.
As you get older, it takes time to get to a certain level of confidence within yourself and confidence with your intuition to say that this just is not for me. So I would say trust your gut a bit more and sooner.
Quitting is a harsh word. I think it's just moving from one season to another season, and we all have to do that. We all have to know when our time is up in certain seasons, when our time is up in certain relationships, whether it be friendship or personal. We know when our time is up. We know when it's time to move on. So I don't see it as quitting. I see it as just transitioning into another season of our lives.
It's okay to quit, but it's not okay to quit without a plan. There are some situations, whether in business, personal, relationship situationships, even businesses, in terms of your clients, that you would say that, hey, this is not the opportunity for me, this is not feeding me, this is not servicing me in the way that it needs to, that's fine. But you need to have a backup plan, sis. Like, I had no source of income, no plan whatsoever. I was not out even looking in the job market. And because of that one decision, I was out of employment for a year. Thankfully, I had support of my family, but I mean, as an adult, that really wasn't the smartest decision. And so I always think back on that, to not be so anxious, to not be so quick to quit. And if I do so with a plan. Other people might say, you're transitioning from one season to the next. Very key word, transitioning from one season to the next. So I always remember that. And I try not to be as abrupt. I might still quit some things, because if it's not servicing me, I will. But I do so more with a plan.
Today I quit overthinking, self-doubt, and taking on too much.
Today I quit self-doubt.
Quit taking things personal.
We all may say, I don't people please. Yes, you do. We all do. Quit it. Quit it.
I am my greatest obstacle. I will talk myself out of amazing opportunities and advancing many projects just because whether I think it's not the right time or we don't have the money for this right now, but I find money for other things. Or I try to say that, hey, I might not be where I am just yet to do this thing. I just have to stop doubting myself. Like, that's just something I need to quit, stop doing it, break up with the whole idea of it, because there's a lot of more people out there that's doing way less and accomplishing way more. And so who am I to doubt myself or to limit my greatness? And so overcoming that is something I'm still working on and something I'm actively quitting.
You have to wear everything like a loose garment. Your best team member, you have to wear him or her as a loose garment. I'm so sorry. You have to wear your good customer, you have to wear all of that stuff in business as loose, because that can change at a drop of a dime.
You got to get to a point where you're so free in your thoughts, free in your mind, that you're able to live life on your terms, you're able to do what you want to do with no apology, unapologetically. So that's one of the first things I would say. I believe in sustainability. A lot of times we want to live until we're 40 years old, but we don't do what we need to do to live until we're 40 years old. We want to eat anything we want to eat. We want to do whatever we want to do, and it's not going to work. I'm so sorry. Again, I'm going to say we are what we eat. If you want to be here for 40 years, I need to see your discipline. I need to see the fact that at the end of the day, you're doing the things you need to do to be here for the next 40 years. Otherwise, you're just being a hypocrite. You're not making sense.
Quit being lazy. This is a lesson my husband has been teaching me. Not from a standpoint of not working hard. And a lot of times that's what people assume that it is, and that's something that I always assume because I believe that I work hard. But when it comes to discipline, so what that means is me being a night owl, that means that impacts my entire day. Not waking up early, not being as organized as I should be, not dealing with tasks right away, choosing to watch TV or lay down or catch myself, right? Versus getting something done and then going to relax. So I think I just need to quit being lazy, stop allowing those moments of procrastination or delay to stop me from achieving what I need to achieve.
We need to quit wasting time. Time is currency. I always tell people that. Procrastinators' favorite day is tomorrow. You know, we gotta stop wasting time. Get on your hustle, get on your grind, and stop crying about it. The rearview mirror is small for a reason. The windshield is big for a reason. It's just there for you to reflect as your past. Your windshield is big for you to begin to look at your future. Let's start doing that. Let's get on our grind and get on our hustle.